Yeah. All right. First off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for allowing us to do another video after the Spirit, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for giving us this truth as worms. Double honors to our apostle elders at Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful light. I'm just going to get into because right now you have New Year's, today is New Year's Eve, and it's just going to be a New Year's Eve destruction with brothers is most likely going to do throughout the four corners of the earth, and just following that spirit. Because as this year closes off, you already have videos which were put out by other Edomites saying 2020 is going to be the worst year possible for America. A possible recession, a possible food crisis, a possible government shutdown, because the government shutdown was supposed to happen in November. But as we get closer and closer, these things just show the destruction of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai drawing closer and closer to this earth, man. Because the Lord Yahushai is going to return, man. Rather it's next year, rather it's the year after, or next year, rather it's tomorrow, which is so-called next year. Which, just to say, New Year's is not in the fucking wintertime. New Year's equal new. The word new means to be refreshed. When springtime comes around, that's will be the time of the new year during the Passover, the Pesach. Not fucking dead in winter while it's cold outside, man. While nothing's new, but while everything's dead. That shows you the retardedness of Esau and Edom, man. And the fact that you people we've been follow along and celebrate these things show that you people don't research, you don't look anything up, and y'all just follow after the things which Esau has put out through the earth.
John, this is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. It says, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit." All right, and we're at the bittersweet part of this captivity. We're seeing, we're going to have our last couple of tribulations, but we're now here at the end. We're living in the times that we've been waiting on since the beginning of time. All right, if we're of the elect and the 1/3, or specifically of the elect, those that took part in creating all existence with Yahushua HaMashiach, then we've been waiting on this point now since the beginning of time. All right, and it's just like with anything in the world. All right, when the race is first starting, you're full of energy. You get to the middle of the race, you have less energy. By the time you're at the end of it, you're ready for it to be over. You got the last couple steps, and that's the same way towards this kingdom. All right, the righteous, the true saints, all right, they should be looking to and expecting the end of this place. If you're a true Christian or a Bible believer, you should be looking towards the end of this current rulership, so the kingdom of heaven could be established. I got another one. Okay. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, the main point being in 12, it says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." All right, so every single day that passes is one more day of prophecy being completed, and it's one day closer to the end. All right, it says, "For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." So, it's one day closer to Yahushua returning and our salvation taking place. Right, the end of Esau, Edom. Verse 12, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light." So the night is far spent. The night being Esau, Edom's rulership, his reign, these past, throughout the generations. All right, it's being ended. The time of evil having rulership in the earth is coming to a close. It's far spent. All right, like a night. You might go out drinking or whatever. All right, it's 12, now it's 1, now it's 2, now it's 3. In a minute, it's going to be 6 in the morning, and the sun is going to arise. And that's what's about to happen now. The sun, all right, Yahushua HaMashiach, he is about to arise and destroy this place. All right, this is one more. We don't want to be here another year. We don't want to be here another week. I remember first coming in, because we were still teenagers. I didn't expect to see the age that I'm at now, but we can't basically, as more time passes, keep your faith. All right, don't get discouraged. Certain prophecy has to happen one piece at a time. Is that 12, 13, and it says, "Yep." Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. All right, so us knowing that this is the end, put on the armor of light. You got something?
Mm-hmm.
You got.
This thing loads up. How you spell slack?
SLACK was the one, slackness.
2nd Ezra 5 and verse 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring, like as there is no slackness of the last, so is there no swiftness of the first. So I answered and said, couldst thou not make those things have been made and be now, and that are to come at once, that thou mightest show thy judgment the sooner? And this is what Ezra was saying, because Ezra wanted the kingdom to come. He was saying, the things that you're showing me, can't the Lord just make these things happen now, and the things which you want to happen? Verse 44, then answered he me and said, the creature may not haste above the maker, neither may the world hold them at once that shall be created therein. So we're not supposed to haste above Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Yeah, we hasten a day, but we know there's a point in specific time that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has set for it to happen, man. And we know it soon. Because even though the angel said these things unto Ezra, the Lord left signs and different things for us to see. Because when you go to verse 9, chapter 9, 2nd Ezra 9, and verse 2, then shalt thou, well, I start at 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is about to visit this world, man. He's appearing closer and closer upon this earth. He's drawing near. And we know that through what? The signs, through the prophecy, the things which are happening. That circle is becoming a complete circle. Like when you look at a clock is a circle. And it's coming to that point where the sunrise is going to come, huh? And it's going to make that full circle from night and day, man. And right now we're in the night where Esau is ruling, and then it's going to switch to the day, man, where we're in the kingdom, where we're going to be established and set up by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Just like you can't skip over from 12 a.m. all the way to 12 p.m. or 7 p.m. You can't skip it. You can't jump. Everything has to happen in the right and specific time, which Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has placed, and it will. And I got one more precept, and you got it. This is Matthew 13 and verse 17. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see the things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear these things which ye hear, and have not heard them. This was Yahushua speaking of himself, but also now, man, we're seeing the things which the prophets have been waiting to see, man. With the things Ezra was saying, why don't you just make them happen now? We're seeing those things, man. We're seeing martial law approaching. We're seeing the shit. Elder Makma just rolled by all the FEMA caskets. You see the mark of the beast drawing close to prophecy of Revelation.
They found there was a truck driving guillotines around in Florida as well. I didn't send that out. Damn, yeah, there was they had took pictures. It was in the of course in the Miami-Dade County. It'd be going down in Miami-Dade County. They caught it was a police truck with a fat ass black guillotine just sticking up out the bed. And motherfuckers was taking pictures like, what are you about to go do with it? And you know they're getting it ready.
Yeah, man. It's not a joke, man. These things are happening on this planet, man. Yeah, we're mentioning the bad things because the bad things have to come. Martial law has to come. The World War III has to happen. These things are happening and are either about to further happen on the planet. And this is the tokens in the ring, which you could say, which the angel was likening to the prophecies, and it's about to make a full circle, man. And like a loading screen, it go through a circle, it go through that circle, and then what? After that circle it load up. Same thing with these prophecies, man. Hey, everything's about to be fulfilled in its time, man. And this New Year's Eve, hey, it's just another day closer, another year closer to the downfall of the so-called white man's kingdom, man. Esau wants his kingdom by 2030. 2030. And the Lord said he's going to cut him short, so it's going to be soon. It's going to be soon, man.
God, this is Revelation 20 and 2. It says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, dealing with Esau going down, this being the time period of the Dark Ages, and cast him into the bottomless pit, which is Europe, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. All right, and we're in the ending part of that little season that the devil is loose. All right, because when Esau, he came back into power, he climbed his way up out of Europe, started taking over, started getting around in the nations. You know, he came back to his rulership, but it says only for a little season. All right, just to turn around and go back down again. All right, and all the signs are here. You got people, man. You got nigga women done celebrating Christmas and some of these holidays, and the Israelite woman is Esau Edom's biggest cheerleader. So if even your number one fan is starting to give up on you, you really know it's over. All right, it's completely. Hey, Esau, if you were smart, hey, if you finna, leave us alone. Just go live your life, live it up, enjoy, have fun, party. Why are you worried about us? We're reminding you of what's to come. You should just ignore us. Hey, don't do. You know they gonna do what they gonna do, but if I knew I was gonna drop in a couple days, I'm not fucking with nobody. I don't want no next. You know, that's the what do you say in the one scripture. Basically, whenever a prophet would tell someone they're about to die, they would tell them to get their house. They tell them to set their house in order. All right, Esau, if you were smart, you'd set your house in order. All right, you would try to do everything. You would try to make everything that you did wrong. You try to make it right. But you're such an idiot. You know, you're still going on the downward slope. So it's just gonna, your kingdom is falling faster and faster, and you're just helping it. All right.
The Lord said he beheld Satan falling as lightning. Lightning come down quick. And it's just the title of an article. I just typed in on Google, America's not looking good. It says, how you say it?
Pollster says.
Pollster says, which is basically, I believe that's probably a poll.
Yeah.
Says it's certainly not looking good. It's certainly not looking good for Trump ahead 2020. So they already know America's not looking good, man. America is soon to collapse. Actually, I'm gonna look something up. You got it. I'm gonna look something else up.
I was gonna get this Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. All right, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So the inhabitants of Babylon, not work is ceasing. All right, which is represented as grinding here. All right, grinders, and it says they look out of the windows and be darkened, meaning what? The hopes, the aspirations, and the joy of the majority of the people in the world, it's being sucked and drained out of them. All right, people are now realizing they're not going to be able to afford college. They just have to get some punk ass jobs and hope they make enough to support themselves and their children if they have it. All right, people are realizing that they're not going to grow up and hit the NBA or NFL. All right, people are realizing that there's something wrong in the world. Why? Because the Heavenly Father is putting His Spirit through His Son back out here. All right, this is you can't. A lie can't last forever. All right, the truth is being put back out into the world. So now it's over. All right, this is another It's a Lord willing, it's the last year, but this is just one more step closer to us getting to the end. All right. When you look at the TV shows and the movies that came out in the 60s and 70s and whatnot, Esau, Edom, they were supposed to have teleportation and flying cars and deep space travel by now, but they're not getting it. Why? Because their shit's crumbling. Esau is way behind schedule. He's undermanned. He doesn't have enough money and he doesn't have the equipment. Which means what? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is destroying them before their eyes. All right, he's pulling the rug right up under them and making them watch it. I'm gonna get unless you got some let's Obadiah real quick. You got some? Con. Let me get Obadiah chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee; it hath deceived Edom. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" This is dealing with Esau. Over the years, the generations, him becoming the top nation. Him becoming proud and lofty. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down." And that's the time period that we are in. Esau coming down like a falling eagle, all right, coming down like a lightning bolt, all right. And some of the ways he's witnessing it, every time he get in his car, if it start, all right, his car might not start. Then he going down the street, he's seeing big old musclehead Jake with the most beautiful of his women. All right, he turns on, then he has to go through work and deal with shit. Then he come home to relax and drink a beer. Then he turn on the TV. He see John Jones beating crackers' heads in. He see Kamaru Usman beating crackers' heads in. He broke old boy jaw. He's seeing Israel Adesanya beating crackers' heads in. Everywhere Esau look, he sees his world. He's sinking, and Jake is going up. Why? Because it's over.
Oh, the head of the lightweight is correct. What's that dude's name?
Lightweight.
That big head ass nigga.
Who 155? Who had one?
Not 55. No, he beat Mighty Mouse.
Henry Cejudo ass.
Yeah,
Henry Cejudo.
That's correct, man.
It's over for you, Esau. Give it up. Shit.
This is Hebrews 11 and verse 38. "Of whom the world was not worthy, they wandered in desert and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And these, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. Yahweh, having proved them, provided some better thing for them, that they which without us should not be made perfect." So the prophecies didn't happen back in those times, but now they're happening. That's why, like the brother said, that's why you have a Jake over, like brother said,
Jake over.
The Jake over, man. Jake is taking over, and that's because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is putting that spirit out there, man. Same thing what happened in Joshua. When Joshua was sent out to capture the land, what did they do? They did a Jake over. They took all the nations, they slayed them, they killed them, and they put themselves in that land. Why? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gave them that. Same thing the Lord is doing now. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, ultimately, He gave us this world, man. And this world belongs to us. But through sin and through transgression, we ended up in this position. But Esau, you fulfill your purpose. That's why, man, I don't know personally, I don't swear, but this Edomite was homeless in his car, man. He had a nice little Honda Civic, about 2010 little Honda Civic, and all his shit was in his car, man. And that's a new trend, man. I see that a lot, actually. You go to the gym, you'll see a person with a whole bunch of shit in their car, man. Yeah, it's because, and they be Edomite. Why? Because a lot of people are homeless, man. A lot of people are homeless here in America. America's crumbling at the end of the day, and there's nothing you can do to save it. You can't, what's the shit called? You rub it together and you.
Oh, defibrillator.
Yeah, you ain't defibrillating America, man. America not coming back. And no matter how many pumps and electric shocks you do it, and they do a breathe, and go right back
the last
down.
one was in 08 when it was the recession.
Oh yeah, they hit that defibrillator.
That was your last revival. The Lord had to let you continue on a little space so we could get to this time period now. All right, when the stocks go down this time, ain't no get back. We gonna build back. Chevy gonna fall. GM, Ford, Chrysler, Fiat, everything, internet is all gonna go the fuck down. Like shit to the toilet. It's going down and it's gonna disappear. Like the scriptures say, gonna perish like their own dung.
And like that song, it's going down.
Yeah, you meet me in the mud, it's going down. Meet me anywhere you meet me, guarantee it's going down. God damn it. I got this. Psalms 49 and 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So you devils were foolish enough, you go set up the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Buildings, all these different things because you think you're going to be able to look back on it 500 years from now. All right, this ain't Halo, nigga. You're not getting a 2252. All right, you're not going to make it anywhere near as far as you think you are.
You ain't gonna make the Halo.
Yeah, you're not getting intergalactic travel. That's for us. You're gonna travel, but as slaves.
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna travel packed like a ramen soup, ramen noodle soup. All right, verse 12. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beast that perish. All right, so your rank, your title, and your status right now is nothing. All right, the same way a squirrel will be running up and down a tree, and the next day you'll see him out in the street with his chest open. It's the same way you Edomites are going to perish out of the power seat. All right, you rose and you fell. The only kingdom that was promised to rise and to never fall is the kingdom of the nation of Israel under Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, with Yahushai leading the charge, King David under him, the 12 apostles, all right, and the elect. All right, you devils are not going to rule forever, and we're one. Lord willing, I'm asleep by it. I'm not even trying to hear niggas be happy about no 12 a.m. You motherfuckers you're done for. It's over. All right, it's only gonna be a couple gunshots this year. Ain't nobody even, man. You got it, bro.
This is Psalm 35 and verse 1. Plead my cause, O Yahweh, with them that strive with me.